Hey everybody, it's Norman Will back for another episode of Behind the Garage Door. Today we are headed to Lithia to see a guy named Kevin, and all I can say is, here come the judge. So as usual, Will and I are running a little bit late, so we got to get to Lithia quick. All right, so we made it out to Lithia, to Kevin's house. Kevin, thank you so much. Beautiful neighborhood. You know, honestly, this is the first time I've ever been to Lithia. Really? And it's the outskirts of it with all the horse farms and all that other stuff. Super, super beautiful area. Thank you very much for inviting us out to your house.
Absolutely.
And sharing your beautiful Pontiac with us, which I'm super excited to see. So without further ado, we're going to see what is behind Kevin's garage door. All right, Kevin, you and I met a few weeks ago at a Cars and Coffee in Lakeland, and I remember this car being really, really nice. That's why I wanted you to be on an episode of our show. But now getting a second look at it and even up closer, wow, this is a beautiful Judge. 70?
1970.
1970. Tell me everything about it. How long have you had it? What have you done?
So I've had this a little over 5 years.
Okay.
It's a 1970 GTO. It's not a true Judge.
Okay.
So I want to get that out there.
But it is GTO.
It is a true GTO.
Okay.
It's actually a 455 HO 4-speed car. So Judges they made, I don't remember what it is, probably just shy of 4,000 Judges. This combination, there's like 1,761. So This is actually rarer than a Judge. But the Judge stripes are on it when I bought it. It looks nice. I don't proclaim it to be one. I know there's a lot of people out there that say, oh my gosh, take the stripes. It is what it is. If I ever repaint the car, maybe, but for now, I'm fine with it. I've had the engine out of it, detailed it, transmission, and when I bought this car, it originally it had an automatic, and somebody put an automatic in.
Okay.
So I didn't have...
So it's an original 4-speed car?
It's an original M21 Muncie 4-speed.
Okay.
But I didn't have it.
Okay.
So I figured now's the time, if ever, to go to a Tremec 5-speed, so I have overdrive.
Brilliant move.
So I put that in. It's got the Tremec 5-speed. I've taken it down to Punta Gorda, 100 miles each way. Got 20 miles a gallon with it.
No way. And it's got the 455 in it?
It's got a 455. Wow. It's the 10 1/4 to 1 compression. It's the 1 year only head, which Pontiac guys all know. A 455 HO in 71 had the round port heads. In 70, it's a D port head.
Okay.
So it's not quite the top end performer. It was more of a torque monster. It's 500 foot-pounds of torque.
I can't remember if it was this car or a Buick Grand Sport. Kind of the same engine, but I remember a friend of mine's dad had one of those cars. And I remember the advertising for it back in the day said brain damaging torque. And that's how I always think of big block Pontiacs with brain damaging torque. And this thing, I mean, when you fired it up, I mean, it sounds nasty. I love it. What exhaust is on it?
It's a Pipes.
Oh, is it?
Pipes exhaust.
Okay. I don't know that I've ever heard a car with Pipes exhaust on it. Sounds good.
Yep. So they make several different, I think 4 different mufflers. This is the most aggressive muffler, but like I was telling you, it's not a daily driver,
No.
so it's for a weekend toy. It's okay to be obnoxious. So
how often do you get it out? Do you go out every weekend or?
I try most every weekend, especially like Cars and Coffee, because I got 2 boys in the house, 11 and 12 years old, and I like to get home lunchtime or before, so I can have the rest of the day to spend with them.
Absolutely, so I do the exact same thing.
They're not quite at the age yet where they're into the car, but I'm sure as they get a little older, they'll get into it. So.
Yeah, it comes without saying. So what all is it completely stock? Or what all has been done to the engine, to anything? Because it looks bone stock, even the wheels.
So the engine's completely stock. It does have the ram air exhaust manifolds on it, which for a 70 455 wouldn't have come with them.
Okay.
It's got the ram air induction on it. So the complete ram air setup, the steel pans and all that. I've gone through the suspension, the brakes, all the body mount bushings, all the rubber bushings. This car is originally from Alabama, and you get underneath it, it's not a speck of rust underneath it, but everything was dry rotted.
Really?
So I've replaced all the rubber bushings, all that stuff, the suspension, all that, but it's all stock. So it's got the factory 14-inch wheels, which are small things today, and even finding tires for 14-inch wheels.
Not easy.
It's not easy.
But I respect that you put the bias plies on it.
Actually, it's not bias plies.
Are they radials?
Those are the radials, the Firestone Wide Oval that Coker Tire sells that are radials.
I got you, but it's got that look, and that's so correct.
It's got the look, so...
so very correct. So was it pretty much visually like this when you bought it, or what have you had to do?
So the paint job is the way when I got it. It's been repainted once. The nose was scratched up, so I took the nose off it and I repainted that. Other than that, I've redone the interior, so I put new carpet in it. I've reupholstered the seats myself. I'm kind of a do-it-yourself guy.
Good.
So, like I said, the nose, I repainted that myself.
That's right. You're saying you're a body guy, so yeah. I have nothing but respect forบguys, because I can't do it because I don't have the patience. And guys like you that do, I applaud you.
Well, I'm a former body guy.
Well, whatever, you've done it before. I've tried it and I just can't. It's so meticulous, and so you have to be so correct and patient about it, and I just don't have the patience. So, but nice job.
Other things about the car, it's a factory hood tack car, so it's factory red. Like you see it is pretty much the way it is, except for the judge stripes, and the purist will look at the mirrors. It's got 71, 72 sport mirrors on it, so from the factory this would have been the pretty obnoxious old style chrome mirror that
yeah.
So this has the sport mirrors on it. Other than that, it's pretty well set up bone stock.
That's even a stock cam that's in it? It's the factory cam? Or do you know?
I don't know. So
I mean, with these old muscle cars like this, it can be a factory cam, and it came that way from the factory and sound the way it does. And it always impresses me when I see an old car and I hear an old muscle car like this, and they have that, that big cam sound, and it's a factory installed cam. So if it is great, if it's not, whatever it is, it sounds awesome. So Kevin, you said you've had this car for about 5 years. So what is your car history? Where did your car nuttiness come from?
So back in the 90s, I got first into a 69 GTO.
Oh, so you've had a GTO before?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I had a 69 and loved it. Ended up selling it because I got a 69 Olds 442 convertible and redid it completely, quarter panels, top, interior, everything.
Body guy.
And yeah. And then I got into a 70 442 W30 post coupe, which was like one of 242.
Oh, those are nice.
Got about half done, and life took over. And so, buddy, I know knew what I had in the car, so he bought it. I think it's still sitting in his barn, so it might come back here someday. I'm not sure yet.
So when do you want to get back?
Maybe. It's a rare car.
Yeah.
So one of 242, and it's
7442 W30.
Yep.
Convertible hardtop. Coupe.
Post coupe. So I had the post in it.
Oh, even better.
4-speed car.
Wow.
So it's like I said, one of 242. But so then I moved to Florida. I'm originally from Illinois.
Okay.
And life took over. Kids, house, all the good stuff.
I get it.
And so I've been looking for one for a long time. What I really wanted was a 70 GTO, because when I had that 69, I had a neighbor. That guy stored at his mother-in-law's house a 70 GTO, and I remember seeing that wing on the back of that car poking out of the garage, and it just sunk into my head I just love the wing on these cars. And so
the 69 didn't have that.
It had a different wing.
I got you, but that was pretty freaking cool.
So that's what I decided. I wanted a 70, and I've said before, this is a rolling piece of art to me, and that's just
agreed.
Beautiful car. So
like I said before, Kevin, when you and I met originally, I loved the car. I saw it, but it was like, it wasn't cloudy, but you're kind of parked in the shade, seeing this car in the sun, and you corrected me. It's not carousel red.
It's cardinal red.
Cardinal red. So was carousel red available in 70, or is that 69 only? Or?
69 only, and that was the same as Chevy's Hugger Orange.
Hugger Orange.
70, Pontiac brought out Orbit Orange, and it was more of a yellowish orange.
Okay.
They kind of said that it might have been out of their industrial division that they painted school buses with. I'm not sure on that. Don't quote me on that. Somebody will probably tear me up for saying that. But it's a different orange. It's a very popular color. They didn't make very many of them.
I gotcha.
It got released mid-year, but...
And this is cardinal red.
This is cardinal red.
Similar but different.
Similar.
If you put a carousel red car next to it...
night and day.
Night and day.
So in Chevelle, this would have been cranberry red.
Okay.
So it's same paint code 75. So.
Nice, just like what we're talking about, Steve and his 69 Warwick Blue GTO from last season. Glacier Blue was Chevrolet's version of Warwick Blue. So that Exact same color, different names. Why they did that, I still, kind of scratch my head about it. Why not call it all the same? Well, anyway, they have their codes. Kevin, thank you so much for inviting us out to your beautiful home and sharing this fantastic car. It's so, so nice. All of the GTOs that we've had on the show, this is the third one. All of them have been just pristine, beautiful, beautiful cars. So thank you very much for sharing it with us.
Thanks for doing Behind the Garage Door. I appreciate it.
All right, absolutely. Gonna head back to the dealership and wrap it up. All right, Kevin, thank you so much for inviting us out to your house and showing us that beautiful GTO. If you got questions or comments, just, hit us up on any of our social platforms, and we will be back next week with another episode of Behind the Garage Door.
Stingray Chevrolet, relax, enjoy the day.